Soul Family. I'm Gabby. Welcome to my Spiritual Awakening channel. Today I just want to briefly talk about it being our responsibility as woke parents to wake our children up. Now, a lot of us have not been awakened until, later on in life. Maybe we were awakened in our 20s and 30s, you know what I mean? And maybe we have children that are like, between the ages of, 4 and 10 years old, for example. You are responsible for those children. And I believe you need to wake them up. Maybe while you were not awakened, you weren't aware that you were living in somewhat of a simulated reality, that you were living in a third dimensional plane, and that you can ascend, through 4D and 5D and beyond. And maybe you weren't teaching your child that they had all the power necessary to create their reality. Maybe you didn't empower your child and tell your child that they are gods, that they are source, and that anything that they want to manifest, they can create. So, in actuality, now that you know who you are, it's your responsibility as a parent to teach them who they are. And the sooner the better. The sooner you start to teach that child what they can become and who they already are. Forget about what they can become, who they already are. Those children are going to be our future. Those are the star seeds. Those are the light workers. And the sooner that they wake up, the sooner that they know, they're going to lead us. And us as people in the spiritual community, we have a way sometimes of forcing things on other people, in the sense that it's coming from such a loving place, but we're being overbearing about it. Don't make that mistake with your children. Don't do it with anyone. Anyone who you feel as though you want to pass a message along to. You want to spark that divine spark in them to wake them up. Well, guess what? You can certainly do that. But do it subtly. Take the same approach with your children. You may have been teaching them a certain way for years, for most of their lives. So you can't just switch everything up now. So you have to subtly introduce these changes and introduce this new reality to them. Okay? Because anything done too harshly is going to scare people away, including your children. Because your children might say, my mom and my dad, they done went crazy. And they just going to write you off. Especially, these millennials. Okay, they will they will dismiss you if you're not on their wavelength. So, in terms of being subtle, you can do things around them, like your meditations, say your affirmations, right? And they're going to look at you like, what's that? They're going to be interested. You want them to come to you and ask you questions. Don't necessarily just bombard them with all your newfound spirituality and, all the things that you've discovered. Okay? But once you do it around them, kids are naturally curious. They're going to ask you questions. And then you slowly unfold. Okay? You can start out by giving them a book to read. You can put some spirituality videos on, like the Divine Pioneer. Or whoever you watch, you know what I mean? Put some spiritual YouTube videos on. And, just find topics that you think they would be interested in and just play it. While they're running around the house, they might come sit in the living room and they're like, what's this about? Everyone's divine spark will illuminate when it's time to. okay? And it might be a word, a phrase. It might be the look of the person delivering the message. It could be so many different things that sparks that person to be interested and wake up, okay? Even spiritual music, you know, I did a video about certain music that, you know, really opens you up. So play some of your playlists, some of your spiritual, inspirational music, and put that stuff on in the house on Saturday morning while y'all cleaning. You know what I'm saying? And just see how they respond to it. And they might even be interested and say, hey, Dad, what's that? Who's that? That sounds pretty nice. I like that. You know what I mean? At night, put meditation music on in the background through the house. You know, simmer the house down, mellow everybody out. Everybody's in a peaceful, relaxing state, and they're wondering why. They're like, dang, I think this music is making me feel really good inside. You know what I mean? It's different ways that you can wake people up in your family, and, you know, especially your children. I feel as though if you are a parent, even if your child is an adult already, and you have woken up and you see that they still, you know, are brainwashed to the old system of things, subtly, because it's harder to wake up an adult than it is a child, believe it or not. Children have, you know, a wonderful perspective on life. They're very imaginative and creative just naturally. So you can expose them to something like, you know, yoga, family yoga night. It works in my home. My son Gavin loves it. And even this new baby, I feel blessed in a way. I feel privileged that I've awakened just in time to welcome a new family member, you know? And I know it's not a new family member. I know it's Grant. And at the end of the day, I'm starting to realize that Grant passed over at 5 months because he knew his mother and his father was not ready to awaken him when he needed us to. I feel as though he has a mission, and he's coming back to fulfill that mission because now we're different parents. You know, we're different. We're awakened now. So now we can actually provide him with the lifestyle that he requires to do his work. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's heavy stuff. That's probably going to be another video. But, you know, at the end of the day, I just wanted to get on and express that reality with you. You're not meant to hold on to what you learn. All these fantastic, amazing things that you discover, you are meant to now share that with others. But you're meant to do it in a subtle way. You don't want to be forceful. You know what I'm saying? So just watch how you present it and just do it subtly. And when you make those subtle changes, trust me, your family, they're watching you. Your children, they're watching you. Okay? Set the example. Lead the way. You know? Your family, your friends, all the people that are important to you, they're watching you. Set the example. It is a responsibility bestowed upon us as gods, as pieces of source, to enlighten, okay, to shed light, okay? The person with the light is the leader in a dark tunnel. You're not gonna put the person with the flashlight in the back of the line while y'all trying to get out of a dark tunnel. The person with the flashlight is gonna be right up front leading the way. And that's what we all are. We are way showers, and we are beings of love and light. And on that note, I love you all, and shed light on all the shadows in all of us. Enjoy your day. Please like, share, subscribe. More videos are always on its way. And love and light.